I'm just up in here cleaning up my daughter's room and stuff like that. Just got done doing my son room, but I'm cleaning up my daughter's room right now. It's coming along. You know what I'm saying? Just got to get this little clutter, and we'll be back at 100% and things. But yeah, what up, y'all? Your boy is first of all, timeout is Kelsito, the spirit coach. And I'm getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. You feel me? Um, you know, it's a good time. It's a good time to be, individual. Do what you do. Push out your creativity and whatnot. That's what I like doing. So that's how I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come like that every time, pushing out my individuality, creativity, and things, fulfilling my space and things. Because we only got space now. Nobody want to sit around and goddamn meditate all the time. Like that ain't spirituality. Spirituality like getting out there, like actually showing you about something. You know. So you gotta show you about something. What you about? Your things. So we multi-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? We multi-breed. It's a whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just as scary as a drill rapper. Trust me. Anybody get into my sentiment is scary. So I'm just as scary as a drill rapper. You know what I'm saying? So the drill rappers already know what it is. We ain't even gotta go there. So, but yeah, so I got the TikTok going on. So y'all make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. My song going viral, go crazy and things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Chicago youth. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to damn, I don't want to miss none of y'all names. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to both Dre's and shit like that. Shout out to Russell. I think that's your name. Russell, folks with the Scuba. Shout out to Scuba, folks. Man, just shout out to all y'all guys. Y'all already know. And shit like that, It's a whole new time, whole new thing, whole new situation. We getting going, getting active. You got action, you gotta take action. Excuses don't get it done. Taking action does. Shout out to Shorty that be on Michigan selling these. You know what I'm saying? Michigan. This is like some Native American language too and shit like that. Michigan. Give me 1 second. I'm trying. I don't want it in my live, but somebody's asking me for something. And yes, if you can see, I'm kind of tired a little bit because I've been cleaning for the last couple hours and things. I'm almost done. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we push through, we got to push through energies. Making sure you got to push through energies in your life. That's what's important. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you got to push through energies. In any predicament you in, I don't care if you down bad. Make sure you got to push through energies. All right? Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, make sure you got the push through energies going on. You feel me? Because it ain't about what's external to you. You know, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? It's about what's internal, what you can make happen. You feel me? What you can make happen on your internal, off your own volition. AKA, that means if anything, person, place, a thing in front of you and make it look like you not finna do that shit, man, don't bother them telling you they a goofy, and then you do your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. Now, this ain't to say to be rebellious, but it is to say if you got something important and things of that nature, important means something. So if important don't mean nothing to you, then whatever you presenting as important, it don't need to get no attention. You know what I'm saying? Unless you present something important, then when you feel like something is important to present, you're gonna want other people to see it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want other people to be a part of it. You feel me? You're gonna want other people, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. So always remember that, kid. You feel me? Always remember that. As you remember, you gotta remember that too when you're in that predicament. Okay? But yeah, overall, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the old people and shit like that. I was seeing like the TikToks and shit like that. I was going on there, you know, and I was like, damn, it's funny as hell. All these older people are jumping on it and shit, on the wave and shit too. And it made me think like, because at first I'm like, man, I thought this song was like about like more so the youth and shit. And then I had to think like, oh, okay, like these motherfuckers is participating because, you know what I'm saying, they inspire and shit like that. You gotta think. You gotta think, you know what I'm saying? Your grandma ain't gonna just make nothing unless she inspired to make something. You know what I'm saying? She didn't work hella years and she probably old as hell, so she don't even wanna do, you know what I'm saying? She hardly wanna clock into work. So you know what I'm saying? She take time out to motherfucking make something like a TikTok. Okay, then that lets you know something, you know what I'm saying? You know, the spirits talk to people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Spirits use us as messengers and shit. You feel me? I'm the scariest drill rapper in Chicago. I promise you. I promise you. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? Chicago with a D. But yeah, so, you know, when we have ancestors participating with things, you know, at least think about all of records, right? That was huge records and things. And think about how the most impactful ones or the most biggest ones were attached to your family and your elders fucking with that record. Like elder people fuck with that record and like the youth and shit like that. But specifically the elders and shit like that. So when you get a lot of shit that a bunch of new kids be on and shit like that, or a plethora of viral and shit, and there's a bunch of youth, more so that's like some new shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some new energy and whatever that person is doing with that virality, you know what I'm saying, is reminding the youth of something that they did, that they started something new type shit. So that's why youth jump on trends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they all, you know, are, you know, getting in that energy of remembering that they started something new. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of just the energy signature before we get to the actual participation of them actually, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever specific thing is and shit like that. And then once you get, you know, older people and shit, you know, this is them wanting to do something that they used to do. So if you get a bunch of elders on your trend and shit like that, then you're reminding them that this is something that they want to do, and they can't do it necessarily no more, you know. But so they need you to do it and things. But you supposed to be the wiser spirit to take that information and see where they failed at, but do it even better. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of what makes it, you know, solidify and things, you know, on old terms type shit. And I don't even feel right wearing this shirt and shit like that. I don't even know whose shirt this is, but it's just kind of trash. I need that Cito logo on. It's a good cleanup shirt. You know, good clean up, get sweaty shirt and things. But yeah, so you know, these is things that you can know and shit like that, just to kind of track, you know, how things are moving. You know, when it comes to trends. Think about you, if you're an older person, you see a kid doing something and shit like that, like, or a kid hooping really good, you know, you want to go play against them, maybe, and then, you know, with your fundamentals so they can learn, and so you can teach them that they not all of that shit that they think they is and whatever, and, you know, that be that. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. And if they learn from you, obviously they have more knowledge than the youth and shit like that. So this is like exchange of energy thing that's happening right now. Shout out to Chicago, like we everywhere too, like everywhere. Everybody doing our shit. So, you know, it's forefront of the culture. Y'all go stream, go crazy, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's participated. We're gonna keep coming with bangers. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep coming with the bangers, with the flamers, you know. Keep dropping it on your heads. You know. And that's what's good. Alright, man, but yeah, I'm finna finish cleaning this room and shit. And then I get up with y'all later, maybe on some astrology shit, maybe talk some energies and things that we going through, because you know this is Libra season things, so it's not all about you and things. You need others. We all need others and things, but you know we all got to do our part in needing others as well. So it ain't just about you, it's about you and others. And once y'all got that relationship, you know what I'm saying, what does that mean and things, and how can y'all communicate not just through language but through other mentalities and things of that nature. So you know these things could possibly benefit, you know, some of others and shit like that. So everybody learn from each other and shit, and that's where we get relationship and shit. Because relationship kind of go beyond, you know, a lot of this shit that motherfuckers be lost in, as far as like, oh, I got a family, I got a job, or whatever. Yeah, but what is we relating on? And like, you know, what is that relationship essentially kind of putting us on? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, a lot of us, but if me and you can see something that is relatable and shit like that, and we got that connection and shit like that. That's like us just having the cheat codes at the test, on test day and shit like that. Me and you got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody had to be relatable and shit like that. But me and your relationship was different to what everybody was being relatable about. And the relationship was we had to finish the test. And relationship me and you had was shit, we ain't have to do what everybody else did, and we still got that quicker hand. We was wise enough to know like this shit ain't even don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, you know, so you get ahead like that. I think so. It's more about that space when it comes to being relatable. But yeah, man, let me finish up. Kelsito, get your ass in the game. Yeah. Phone now.